Hello everybody, this is Lee Phillips' Journey of Truth. It is Friday, September the 26th at 9:45 in the morning. I was out taking a little morning walk and decided to come down Highway 20 right here. And here at Tommy Lee Fuller Road, we have AT&T down in a manhole working. But as you can see, they've got one of their vans parked in the turning lane, and this is causing a huge delay in people being able to get pulled out because they can't see because of the way that the vans are parked. Very dangerous situation. Cars that are wanting to turn in don't have the turning lane, and cars coming out can't see things the way that they should. We're going to walk on down and take a look down here where the store is going in. Nobody that way, nobody this way, nobody turning in that way. We're gonna walk right around right here. Good morning. Don't know how long they're gonna be there, but that's dangerous work when you're working down in a manhole, because there's all kinds of gases that get trapped underground, and you have to have proper ventilation, and you have to have it looks like they got a hose laid out. They might have had to pump some water out of there to be able to get down in there, but that's a service access. We're going to take a walk down through here, and we're going to look at a couple of things as we're walking. We're going to look at the ditch line and look at the debris in the ditch line to see how the water flow is. The debris can tell you where water's puddling up at. And if there's no debris, you know water's flowing good. We got our entry to Publix right here. Gwinnett County Schools coming from Conyers Way. It's overcast this morning. A little bit of coolness in the breeze, but it looks like we're going to get some more rain, which is good. We need some rain. So you can see the debris, the leaves and the trash, where the water comes off the road and hits the grassy area. But it looks like it runs down through here pretty fine. There's a washout hole right here. For whatever reason, that hole washed out. There's a barrel that's sitting in there. You can see the grass is laid over and how wide that area is. There's a lot of water running down through here. We get down to this spot right here, and there's a lot more erosion going on in the ditch. A lot of erosion going on down through here. The other side looks fairly well over there where they did the landscaping and putting in the road. Got dirt washing out over the sidewalk right here. That was a pretty big rain that we had. A lot coming down at one time yesterday. And because we hadn't had a rain in a while, a lot of it ran off, but the ground looks pretty moist on the top. If you dig down, you're not going to get much moisture. So it looks like they have expanded the driveway here to include the sidewalk because of all the big trucks that come in that go to the business back in there. So then we get to right here, and they continually bring gravel in and stuff to try and fix this area, but nothing they do helps because there is so much water that comes down off of this hill with so much force, it just blows everything out. Doesn't matter if it's big rock or whatever, unless they was to put a concrete drain all the way down through there like a slough. And you can see there's a lot of water that comes through right here and flows over across the sidewalk and joins in because there's supposed to be a drain right there, but it's all clogged up and it comes out right here. Well, there's a little bit of water that comes out of it, but you can see it's pretty much clogged up. And so this is neglect. All this is due to neglect. You can see the water filled this entire area up right here, and then it spilled out onto the roadway because it could not go down through the drainage that's all stopped up. Here's why that's a problem. You start dumping all that water at one time onto the road, cars come up through here or down through here, and somebody with wore out tires, they start to hydroplane because the drainage system is not working properly. It's dumping off into the road. The whole purpose of road construction is to drain water away from the road surface into the drains and away. This is not happening. It is because of the neglect of the drainage system, the water shoots back into the road, which is going to cause a huge problem. Now, who's responsible for these drains systems that run beside the road? Is it the state? Is it the city? Is it the homeowners association of the subdivision? Who's responsible for making sure that these drains stay cleaned out? Now y'all can see this extended long truck right here. He's got to pull out. And let's see if he goes behind this car right here. Yep, he's gonna pull out. He's got to take up the whole entire road, even the turning lane. Getting over to the turning lane on the other side, there was a car coming down through there that almost hit him head on. They had to slam on the brakes. Now that's because that driveway is not sufficient for big trucks to come in and out. Who's responsible for that? Who's responsible for making sure that these drives that have these big trucks aren't doing something that's unsafe. That could be a nightmare for somebody coming over that hill. Even at 35 miles an hour, you're coming downhill. That means the momentum is pushing you downhill because of gravity and the torque of the engine. Even if you don't have the foot on the gas, it's still going to produce a certain amount of power to the drivetrain, and you're going to have to slam on your brakes to keep from hitting a truck like that. What if that person had not been paying attention 100% and looked down at something that was going on in the vehicle at that moment that was most critical and didn't stop? Our town is growing to the point that we cannot keep these roads the way that they have been for 50 years. Now this contractor, when they put these lanes in on the other side, they made a huge mistake and didn't do their bedding right on it, and it feels like you're driving down a roller coaster when you're coming downhill down through here. Your car dips down on the right and back up, down and up, down and up. Now I was told that the contractor is going to have to take up the lane that is the travel lane for Highway 20, but the turning lane they are not going to have to do anything with, because that is the property, and the property owner is not going to go through that extra expense. But they are going to have to fix this roller coaster lane that they made coming down through here. That means they've got to grind it up, repack the bed, and re-asphalt the top layers. So we know what that's going to turn out to be. Every time you do something and you have to come back and redo other things and all, it's never right. We'll have to put up with it until the whole highway gets ripped up and redone. And that'll be happening, trust me, because of the growth. This whole highway is going to end up having to be ripped up and redone, lanes reconfigured, more space taken up from the side. See, they got a lot of room over to the telephone poles on this side going up the hill. They can put another lane in easily, and they can take more land on the other side, and they can add a whole nother lane that way. If they want to do that, they have their ways of doing that. So it looks like they got things going on over here pretty good. They're trying to get all the aesthetics on the outside done, so that way the building will be in the dry. Once the building is totally in the dry, I'm sure that they will go full force on the inside. Looks like they've already got the sheetrock work done, so it'll be interesting to see how the store turns out. And here we have another truck. He's turning out this way. So it's not too much of a problem for the trucks to turn out of the drive going left, but when they have to turn out going to the right, that's probably why that they had to add all that extra gravel up there on the upper side, because, well, if there's more traffic coming on the other lane, they have no choice but to use just this one lane, and that would cause their back end to go way out right there towards that sign. So, folks, we're going to leave it there for now, and I'm going to walk back up this short distance on this hill and get back to the house. And y'all remember, be safe out there, be good to one another, do something kind for someone, and y'all have a blessed day.